Welcome back to the channel. My name's A-Bomb. No Berlin FC Dynamo video today. I'm working on it and there will be one out this weekend. I've got a lot of games to get through, so I thought I'd use today's video to do something else, and that's talk about Football Manager 2020, which has been announced. We don't have a release date yet, but we don't have any details. We don't know anything about the game, but we know that it is coming in November. So I thought I'd do a little video looking at Football Manager 2020, a bit of a wish list for me. What do I want to see and what have I got planned? First of all, for the remainder of the FM19 cycle and what I've got planned for Football Manager 2020. So that's what today's going to be, and hopefully you'll stick around and see what I've got to offer. So the news dropped yesterday and a trailer dropped on YouTube and on Twitter and everywhere for Football Manager 2020, and the tagline seems to be "Make your opinion count. Everyone has one. Do something with yours. Hashtag create the future." That's what FM's all about for this new game. The trailer showed a lot of fan reactions, you know, the sort of Arsenal fan TV sort of thing. Didn't see them. We didn't see Troops. We didn't see, I've forgotten his name, Reggie? I can't remember his name. I'm not an Arsenal fan. I don't watch Arsenal fan TV apart from the short clips, just for the memes. But yeah, there was a short trailer which I will link in the description if you haven't seen it already. And the game is available to pre-order on Steam, on Mac, and for the first time it's on Google Stadia. I don't really know too much about Stadia. I'm not really interested in getting another console if that's what it is, which I guess that's what it is. I've got a PlayStation 4. I don't have a Switch either. I'm assuming it's coming to the Switch in like a touch form because it did last year. And last year's game was the first time as well that FM wasn't on Linux. I don't know anyone that has a Linux. And yeah, no Linux support anymore. So this is all we know about the game. Put your opinions to good use and do things your way at your club this season, which kicks off in early November. Now the FM games tend to come out on a Friday. So I'm going to hazard a guess that it's going to be the 8th of November. I don't think it'll be the 1st. I think it'll be the 2nd Friday in November. So I'm thinking it's going to be the 8th, which means that we'll probably get a beta. It's usually at least 2 weeks before. So if we get a beta by, I think, 25th of October at the very latest, maybe earlier. I think sometimes that'll go out maybe a day or two before that 2 weeks. I'd hope to get it like Wednesday or something like that, and I'll make sure I book some time off work to do that so that I can take full advantage and get videos out as soon as I can for it. Every decision counts in Football Manager 2020 with new features and polished game mechanics adding fresh and authentic dimensions, empowering managers to take greater accountability for both their own and their team's destiny. How you get to the top is up to you. You'll own your decisions and the consequences they bring. So no new features announced, but they have announced that there's going to be new features. So yeah, in a little bit I'm going to go through some things that I'd like to see on FM 2020. A pre-purchase anytime before full release with a participating retailer and net a sweet 10% off. They've been doing that for the past few years. You get a little discount if you pre-order. Also, before they've given discounts if you own previous titles, which they don't seem to be doing this year, but that's fine. They've got to make their money, haven't they? There are people around in the community that have got discount codes themselves with sites like 2Game and CD Keys maybe. So I know there's plenty of people like Ludujo has one, Clan, a streamer, has one. There's plenty around, so if you do want to support a creator and get it for a cheaper price, then you can do that as well. Just search around on Twitter and I'm sure you'll find someone that you can help out and that can help you get the game for a little bit cheaper. Touch and mobile are going to be with it, as they always are. You get touch free with the main game, I think. And again, we're going to get some features and upgrades and that announced towards the end of October. So that's all we know. They haven't announced any features. We just know that there's going to be new features. I'm not sure what they'll be, but yeah, what do I want to see though? I think we'll talk about the match engine first of all, and I think the match engine is something that is really lagging behind other footballing games. I know that games like FIFA and Pro Evo, it's more about playing the actual match than being the manager, but I think the match engine is in need of a pretty big upgrade. Whether we'll get that this year or not, I don't know. But you get like glitchy animations, there's not a lot of realism sometimes. It's gotten better over the years, but I still think it's quite a way behind some other titles. I'd like to see a bit more done with some of the coaches, especially the assistant manager. I think that there needs to be a bit more detail in their feedback, and I think the sort of AI of the feedback as well, because I've had plenty of times where The assistant manager suggested that we play more direct football, and then literally minutes later he'll say, right, we need to be playing shorter. I think AI and the assistant manager needs to be better, like they just need to make up their minds. But also I think there just needs to be a bit more detail in what we need to be doing differently. Last year's game saw a huge improvement in training, in that you can really sort of work on specific things like corners, like shadow play and hold up and chance creation and conversion. And that is a big change, and I don't think they'll change training too much because they dedicated so much of it to the game at the moment. It's not so much for me, it's not really on my wish list, but they could go even further and they could make it so that you could actually watch training. You could I know you get inter-squad friendlies, but so you could actually watch training, you can watch them taking penalties and corners and all that stuff. But it's not so much for me because I don't think I do that very often, but for someone who really wants to delve into the game, like really go for it, I think that would be nice. Every year press conferences just get so repetitive, and I know it's going to be the same every time, that, you know, after like a handful of press conferences you're going to start seeing the same answers, and I just like a bit more question and answer variety, and maybe some more options as well, because sometimes you might want an option that you don't have. Not every option will be for you. And it goes the same as well for talking to players. So if there's a player that comes to you wanting more first team football, or he's unhappy because you've blocked a move to Barcelona for him, or he wants a new contract, sometimes the option you want to pick isn't there, like it might not give you that option. It's stuff like, as well, talking to a player that's out on loan, or manager comes to you to complain about a loan player not being used enough. He might not be being played because there's a player being better than him, and you've got to pick him ahead of form. It's not saying they're one, not good enough, or two, you are playing him enough. It's someone's playing better than him, and you don't get that option. I just like to see a bit more variety in the answers, just so you can actually try and pinpoint exactly what you're trying to say to whoever you're talking to. Because the additional comment section where you can type in whatever you want, I don't think that actually affects anything. I think it's just there so that you can put something in, you can see it in the game. I don't think it actually does anything, so it would be nice to have a bit more of a variety of answers, and more variety in questions as well, even if the wording's different sometimes, because sometimes the wording is exactly the same. It's just insert this football team or that football team. Lastly, I'm going to talk about set pieces. I don't know if you've noticed, but the default set pieces in Football Manager are absolutely useless, especially the corners and free kicks. They're just not good at all. So I'd like to see some like template set pieces. I know there's plenty available on forums and on Steam workshops where you can just put in a set piece tactic, but I'd like to see like some base tactics that you can sort of tweak. It's like with the tactics, you know, you've got these base tactics of the 4-4-2 with counter attacking, so it'd be nice to have that for corners and for free kicks, just so that you've got a base to work from. Because at the moment for corners, if you're defending a corner, the default will be that every player just gets back. There's no one marking someone specifically or marking a box. Everyone's on get back, and that's no good. That's just useless because they're not marking players, they're not marking posts. So I'd like to see, you know, like a base set piece tactic that you can actually work from, something that's a bit more useful than just having everyone get back. Just so you can have ones where you have like a tall player marking the post or something like that. And the other thing with set pieces is I just want to see better AI. And this is mainly for throw-ins, because far too many times in this game I've seen possession given away from a throw-in, whether that be an attacking throw or a defensive throw, which will essentially cost us a goal because they've won the ball in our half, and 9 times out of 10 they're going to go on and score. So throw-in AI just seems really bad at the moment. I don't know if it's just me, but that's probably the biggest thing for me. That's the most annoying thing about the game at the moment, is just the amount of times we're giving possession away from a throw-in, because we're going for a player who's being marked and the defender's going to get in there. It's not going to happen, but I'm not a massive fan of the new scouting. I'd like it to go back to what it was. That's not going to happen though, because they've tried to make it more realistic, which I understand. So yeah, again, that's something that's just for me really, it's a bit selfish, but I don't think I'll do it. They won't do it. So I think that's everything as far as what I want to see from the new game. What are my plans? Well, there's still a couple of months of Football Manager 2019 left, and of course I am still managing Berlin FC Dynamo, which had we not got into Europe may have been ending this year. This would have been our last chance to get into Europe. So if we hadn't have done that, then this would have been maybe the last season if we hadn't have done it this season. And I did have a couple of plans for a short series to follow that. The first of which was my first trip to America in Football Manager, and it was going to be a save with New York City. And the other one was a national save with an international team, which was going to be Hungary. Two things I've never done on Football Manager. One is manage in America and one is manage a national team. So it would have been one of those two. And if there's an opportunity to do that in FM20, or if there's some time before FM19 ends and I have finished BFC Dynamo, maybe I get sacked, then I think that is what I'm going to do. I don't know when BFC Dynamo is going to end. Unless we get sacked, I think it will last the duration of FM19 now. We're in our 11th season, we've made it into Europe, and yeah, I don't know when that will end. I don't think we're going to be winning the Champions League anytime soon. I don't think it'll end with that. If we can win a Bundesliga before the end, I think that would be nice. That would be a nice thing to end on, because I think Champions League's too far away for us. As far as FM20, my beta save is going to be with a Premier League team, and it has been for the past 4 games. FM16 was with Stoke, FM17 was Everton, 18 was Liverpool, 19 was Chelsea, FM20 my very first save is going to be with Manchester United. I wanted a scenario where Solskjaer was never given a new deal. He would have managed to the end of the season and that was it. There was no manager and I was brought in. Which would have also meant that Man United probably wouldn't have signed Aaron Wan-Bissaka, they wouldn't have signed Harry Maguire, and I don't know, Pogba may have gone, who knows. But what I would maybe try and do is maybe using the editor is manage Man United but without the transfers they've made. So manage them as they are on the game now with a transfer update maybe. Or at least a winter update. So no Wan-Bissaka, no Maguire, no Daniel James. Maybe Lukaku would still be there, Alexis Sanchez would still be there, Herrera. That would be ideal for me and I think that'd be really fun, but it would take a while to get the editor set up. So it might just be managing them with the squad they have. But I'm going to be managing Manchester United with or without their new players. As far as the main save, BFC Dynamo is my longest save I've ever done on Football Manager. It's past Parma from FM16, which was 10 seasons. This is my 11th season. As far as what we're going to be doing for a main save, I think I'm going to do a journeyman for the first time. I'm hoping that my computer can hack it, because obviously you're going to need a lot of leagues loaded for a journeyman. Hopefully that's going to be the case. If not, I don't know. But the likelihood is that it's going to be a journeyman save, because I've never done a save on YouTube where I've left the club. I've always stayed at one club. I've never moved clubs. I've been sacked, but I've never actually moved to another club. So I want to try sort of my own take on a journeyman and see what I can do with that. But that's it. I'm going to leave it there. I am on over 700 subscribers at the moment. If this time next year we can make it to 1,000, that would be amazing. If I get to 1,000 subs as a YouTuber, that will be it. I will be satisfied with what I've done. I'm happy with how I'm doing now. We're on 713 subscribers as of recording this. If you're new, then welcome. You may have joined me from a custard profit video. I was in that last week. And if you joined me from there, welcome. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed what you see. Drop a subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell, you'll get notified of videos. Leave a like, leave a comment. What do you want to see in FM20? What would you like to see me do in FM20 in terms of a save? I want to hear your thoughts on the game, on my channel, on me, anything. I'm going to end it there, guys. Thank you for watching. Like I said, do drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it and you're excited for FM20. And leave comments about what you'd like to see from the new game. What's your wish list? I'd like to see what you think. And yeah, if you haven't already, do leave a subscribe if you want to see videos as and when it's up on YouTube. Hit the notification bell to receive updates if I upload or go live, and follow me on social media so you don't miss any of my content. I'm going to try and be a bit more active over on Twitch as well. I've been doing a Monaco save over the past few weeks, but streams very, very irregularly. I've got a whole week off next week. It's my birthday a week today as I'm filming this, so I might do a birthday stream for a few hours, because I'm not going to be in work all that week. I've booked the whole week off. I don't know why. I don't really do anything for my birthday. I'll go out for drinks one night and that's it. But yeah, I'm going to try and do a bit more streaming, at least once a week. But anyway, guys, I've taken up enough of your time, so I'll end it there. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.